We'll start with Greg Hunter.
Bob, just the second half defense, they hit a ton of shots, but they were hitting shots. So as much your defense as their offense, or were they just that hot?
We let them get started. We didn't guard them coming out of halftime, and they're good. I mean, they're good. They've got really good players, and you know, they got us spread. We just didn't. We didn't play with a lot of aggression. I thought, you know, the first half we made a run where we did, but I mean, think about it. The ball's rolling. We got a guy in the corner guarding a guy, and the ball almost rolls up his leg. We don't get it. We got the ball on the floor. We got guys standing there. They got two guys diving after it. Not going to win like that, man. I mean, we put possessions in hard games, and this was a hard game. But we're going to play hard games the rest of the way. Our league is about hard games. We got guys, man, that just didn't respond today. Didn't respond to being hard.
Next is Cody Nesper.
Hi, Coach. Just when teams double Derek, what do you want to happen?
Well, it depends. Depends on who's in the game. I mean, if they're doubling big to big, you want the other big to dive. If they're crowding the lane with other guys, you want Derek to pitch it out to an open guy, which he did. He pitched it out to Sean a couple times, pitched it out to Taz a couple times. They made shots, we didn't make shots. They made free throws, we didn't make free throws. They're called free throws because you're supposed to make them. We you know, 1 out of 2 didn't get it done. And they made a bunch of threes.
Go ahead, Justin Jackson.
Hey, Coach, the last minute, maybe the last couple of possessions, there was a couple timeouts there, and then I think a near turnover that turned into a tied ball situation, a shot clock violation. Just how frustrating were those last couple of possessions? And did you guys get anything close of what you wanted there?
No.
I guess. No,
and Justin, it's my fault. I take all the responsibility. And it started a while ago. We got more guys talking in the huddle. I mean, it's like I don't know what it's like, man. I mean, everybody's talking. Nobody knows what they're doing. I mean, we did not come out of the huddle knowing what we were doing, even though I'm trying to draw it up. You know, I'm trying to tell them what to do. I'm trying to draw it up on a clipboard what to do. Trying to explain to them what's supposed to happen. But I got other guys that are they're talking away about what they think ought to happen, and we got to cut that out. Should have cut it out before. But we just didn't play, man. I mean, the reality is we didn't make shots. Deuce doesn't make a field goal, and we rely on him. We didn't rebound the ball the way we need to rebound the ball. We didn't come up with loose balls. I give them credit. They made shots. They made free throws. We did not.
Next is Kevin Kinder.
Following up on Justin's question, is that players, coaches that are the extra voices?
I haven't shot a damn free throw in years, so it can't be me. Well, of course it is. Of course, missing shots and missing free throws are players. I'm not allowed to be out there.
No. I meant the extra voices that you were talking about in the huddle.
Absolutely.
Is that that's players?
Not all of them. A few of them.
We'll go to Skylar Callahan.
Hey, Coach, on Friday you said that you wanted to see Derek to be like the new Derek rather than the old Derek. Based on his performance today, do you feel like he's close to being back to that new Derek form?
Derek and I spent about an hour, I suppose, after practice yesterday. And it's just, you know, this game, when you break it down, is a whole bunch of simple things. It's not really hard things. I mean, you can master the simple things. What makes it hard is that you have to do one simple thing to the next, to the next, to the next in a very rapid succession. So the complexity of it makes it hard. But the simple things, and all we did for an hour yesterday were the simple things, both with his post play and his free throws. And then once you grasp the simple things, then you can continue to, and Derek's always been a good passer and a willing passer. He's probably our most willing passer, which isn't good.
Back to Kevin.
Coach, we've talked a lot about changes in offensive tactics with your personnel changes, but not so much about defense. Has that changed any? Are there different assignments, different things people have to do? You know, since you're kind of changed, you know, things since the start of the year.
Well, I think we've tried to match what other people do to a degree, unless we thought we had the advantage offensively, to where, you know, they had to size down. I don't know. I think we can do some things, but I mean, fellas, listen, man, when the shots don't go in, you're not going to win. When you have to, all your shots come from the perimeter, and you go 1 for 2 from the free throw line consistently, as we did in the second half, you're not going to win. You're not going to win hard games like this. I mean, really, as poorly as we shot the ball and as poorly as we shot it from the free throw line, it's amazing we were even in the game as long as we were in the game.
Skylar.
Coach, that one little run where Deuce and Culver both off the floor, that's kind of when Florida kind of stalled you guys out offensively. What do you need to see from those guys on the floor when those two can't be on the floor at the same time?
Well, the ball can't stick. The ball can't stick. We have too many guys that the ball sticks in their hands. And we've got to win all the hustle plays. And we didn't. But, you know, we can't go 22 for 31 from the free throw line either.
Mike Kazaza.
Bob, you've kind of had disappointment in your defense from pretty much various points in the start of the season. Has it been a consistent thing that's overlapped that you've seen? Has it been just patches of different things that have popped up that's upset you?
Defense, to a large degree, Mike, is about heart, about competing. And when you don't compete, you get exposed. And we got exposed. We have been getting exposed. We're not as competitive as what we once were. But I think you can say that about youth in general. And you know, we had way more aggressive guys in the past. These guys are, they're good guys, man. And they'll all be successful, but you know, they're just not, they're not as competitive. How can you not dive on the floor for a loose ball in a game like this? And how can you stand there and watch other people dive and just kind of almost just your effort is trying to get out of the way so you don't get hurt? I mean, that's hard for me to understand. And I guess, you know, I'm used to having guys who winning means everything. We try to recruit to that. But I mean, we had guys to start the second half where their man had wide open step-in shots. Step-in shots, guys, are horse shots. I mean, that's what you do when you play horse. You step into a shot. I tell our guys, we got to get more step-in shots and less shots off the bounce. Go back and think about the start of the second half, how many step-in shots they got without anybody, without any resistance, without any pressure, without anything. You know, when you try to, we tried to change things up a little bit, you know, and get more ball handlers and shooters on the floor. But man, I mean, they killed us today.
Okay, Coach, thank you very much.
You're welcome.